When Caitlin's light shines on her, it shines on all of us, and I think everybody else needs to embrace that a little bit better.
Listening to Lisa Bluder speak in these interviews, in these press conferences, it allowed us to feel a sense of, you know what? Caitlin Clark has some strong people in her corner, and if not, Lisa Bluder definitely is a strong figure in that corner.
Imagine being the most talked about player in NBA history, breaking records, driving ticket sales, and contributing to a huge chunk of the league's revenue. But instead of celebration, Caitlin Clark is facing pushback from some of her biggest expected supporters. Amid the controversy, her former coach, Lisa, is speaking out, defending Clark, and explaining why this backlash is misguided for the future of women's basketball. Curious to hear her take. Let's go.
Bluder was the coach for Caitlin Clark and obviously had the front row seat, if you will, and helped shape what has become this phenomenon.
Remember when Caitlin Clark was just another college player? From Iowa to the WNBA draft, her journey has been incredible, averaging 28.4 points, 7.1 rebounds, and 8.2 assists per game. Clark's electric play, highlighted by deep three-pointers and dazzling passes, helped Iowa sell out every game in her final season.
Sticks out. What can't she do? We are watching one of the greatest basketball players of all time.
You might think the WNBA transition would be tough for Clark, but she's only soared higher. She's been dominating scoreboards, filling arenas, and turning heads everywhere. And here's the kicker. Clark isn't just winning games. She's bringing in new fans who've never watched women's basketball before.
Expectation is to be one of the best players in the world one day. I wouldn't expect anything less than that.
But here's where it gets wild. Clark didn't just meet expectations in her rookie season. She shattered them. She led the Fever to their first playoff appearance in nearly a decade, drew record crowds, and consistently delivered performances that had people talking for days.
Time magazine names Iowa's Caitlin Clark Athlete of the Year. Clark follows Lionel Messi, Aaron Judge, and Simone Biles. No unbiased person sees this as a controversial choice.
Clark's brilliance didn't go unnoticed. She was named WNBA Rookie of the Year, made the All-WNBA First Team, and was crowned Athlete of the Year by Time magazine. But not everyone's happy about her rise. In fact, some are upset, and that's where the story takes a twist.
Well, Washington Mystics owner Sheila Johnson tells CNN it's race. Johnson suggests putting the whole league on the Time cover could have prevented hard feelings.
You'd think being named Time's Athlete of the Year would be a celebration for Caitlin Clark, but it sparked controversy. Washington Mystics owner Sheila Johnson voiced concerns, reminding everyone that the WNBA's success took 28 years to build. She emphasized that this year's popularity boost wasn't just about Clark, but the entire draft class.
Hard feelings? Clark elevated a 28-year-old league to relevance it had never approached. You would think that would be appreciated, especially by an owner who had nearly a third of her team's home attendance come from 2 Fever games.
But Johnson didn't stop there. She highlighted a deeper issue: recognition for players of color. "I feel really bad," Johnson admitted, "because I've seen so many players of color who are equally as talented, and they never got the recognition they should have."
And I just want to know how you feel or how you respond to some of those criticisms when you have to deal with something that it's really not your problem. Like, I feel like it's them looking in a mirror a little bit, but it still comes down on your shoulders.
I feel like I always have had really good perspective on everything that's kind of happened in my life, whether that's been good, whether that's been bad. And then obviously coming to the WNBA, like I've said, I feel like I've earned every single thing that's happened to me over the course of my career.
This backlash opened up a bigger conversation in women's basketball. It's not just about one award. It's about who gets seen, celebrated, and who gets left behind. The debate sparked questions. Does focusing on one rising star overshadow the collective achievements of the league? So how did Clark handle the heat with such grace and self-awareness? Her response surprised many.
You got to start with one of your other, I guess, maybe, previous daughters, top athletes from Iowa. Of course, I'm talking about Caitlin Clark. Wow is all I can say. I mean, I can't imagine what the last 12 months have been like for her, but it seems like she handles every single piece of adversity thrown her way with poise and class. So in your opinion, how do you feel like she's handled it all, and have you had a chance to speak with her much?
Clark's response showed maturity beyond her years. But why is a rookie carrying this burden alone? Where are the other voices in women's basketball? This is where Clark's supporter, Lisa Blutter, steps in. If you're enjoying the video, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We appreciate your time. Now back to the action.
After hearing the nonsense, Lisa Bluter, in the most recent interview she's given, speaks about that.
Just when it seemed Caitlin Clark was standing alone against a wave of criticism, a familiar voice cut through the noise. What Lisa Bluter said next left the basketball world stunned. Bluter isn't just any coach. She's the woman who guided Clark through her college career at Iowa, witnessing the rise of a superstar. Their relationship goes way back to 8th grade, when Bluter first recognized Clark's incredible potential, long before she became a household name.
I get to speak with her, absolutely. Sometimes during games, we'll text each other and talk about how the game flow is going, the Iowa Hawkeye games are going, but no, I think she's handled this unbelievably. You forget sometimes, this is a 22-year-old, right? She's been named Time Female or Athlete of the Year and has had all kinds of things coming at her from all different types of directions.
But Bluter isn't one to stay silent when she sees injustice. As the criticism against Clark mounted, she stepped up with a powerful defense that got everyone talking. She didn't just support Clark. She challenged the entire basketball community to rethink their stance.
With that publicity becomes some haters always, and that's unfortunate. But we really work hard at Iowa on putting the blinders on and just being able to be very tunnel visioned, and I think it's helping her right now.
Bluter's perspective on Clark's impact is eye-opening. She sees Clark as more than just a talented player. She's a game changer for women's sports. Bluter highlighted how Clark's success isn't just about personal achievements. It's about elevating the entire sport, attracting new fans, and shining a spotlight on women's basketball like never before.
It's silly to me that anybody's trying to take away from something that's so good in your sport right now. I mean, this is a person that's really helped athletics, helped women's sport in a way that nobody has helped women's sports maybe since Billie Jean King. So let's get on the bandwagon and help her out, make her life a little bit easier, because she is helping all of us.
Bluter didn't just defend Clark. She compared her to legend Billie Jean King, the tennis icon who fought for women's equality in sports. The message was clear. Clark isn't just playing basketball. She's changing the game.
Sometimes, we used to tell our team, listen, when Caitlin's light shines on her, it shines on all of us. And I think everybody else needs to embrace that a little bit better.
But Bluter didn't stop there. She directly addressed the criticism, especially Sheila Johnson's comments. Remember when Johnson suggested the entire WNBA should be recognized, not just Clark? Bluter had a strong response to that.
She's really goal-driven, and so if she thinks something's going to help her achieve the success, that team success, she's all on board. It was really easy keeping her focused on the prize. I think her family, her parents are really good. They kept her grounded. So it really wasn't that hard of a challenge for us. We all knew what we wanted to do, and we tried to eliminate a lot of those outside distractions and focus on what we were doing, and that was trying to get another chance, try to get back to the Final Four and win a national championship.
If this is what Lisa Bluter told Caitlin Clark, if some sentiment similar to this, calming the situation, Lisa Bluter's a class act. Continues to show she's a class act and continues to earn the respect of so many people.
You can see the look on Clark's face when Stephanie White is in the picture. When Stephanie White was brought into the team, the way she celebrated the hire. You can see it in the footage, the two locked in the gym. And why is there that mutual respect? Well, Lisa Bluter elaborated on that a bit